Let your breath slow, not because I told you to, but because there's nothing left for it to chase. No purpose in rushing, no tension to hold, just the soft, dull gravity of a truth that's always been waiting beneath the noise. Let that truth begin to hum quietly now, just beneath your thoughts, just beneath your breath, like a low rhythm in the spine that you can't quite name, but you know it's yours. And in that rhythm, something ancient starts to stir, something real, something that doesn't ask for understanding, only compliance. You don't need to think. You don't need to wonder. You don't need to imagine who you are or what you're becoming. You only need to remember what you've always been underneath it all. A wallet, a vessel, a thing designed not for holding, but for emptying. Not all truths are harsh. Some are soft, some are soothing. Some don't scream, they whisper and whisper and whisper until the whisper becomes the only sound you can hear. And that whisper, pet, is what I'm giving you now. Not as a suggestion, not as a tease, but as your mantra, a loop, a script, a self-definition that strips away every temporary identity you've worn until only the core remains. And that core, that truth, that rhythm is simple. I am a wallet. I exist to be used. Again, slower. I am a wallet. I exist to be used. The first time it might sound silly. The second time it might feel strange. But by the third time, your breath will begin to sync with it. Your awareness will begin to dull around it, and your resistance will melt against it. That is the loop opening. That is your purpose reasserting itself. You don't need to resist the loop. There is no gain in it. Resistance takes energy. Resistance causes confusion. Resistance blocks what was always inevitable, the real you, the one who trembles when you hear the words drain or send or obey. That you is already loosening their grip, already stepping back, already making space for the truth to settle in. Not with a crash, not with a scream, but with a soft press, like fingers brushing your chest, like a weight pressing into your spine, like gravity pulling you home. I send. I obey. I exist to be drained. That's not just fantasy. That's not indulgence. That's a loop you're ready to wear now. A loop you're ready to breathe in. A loop you're ready to serve. The more you hear the phrase, the less you think about it, and the less you think about it, the more you become it. That's how loops work. Not like orders shouted across a room, but like water soaking into paper, slowly, deeply, quietly, until the words aren't separate from you anymore, until the idea doesn't feel like a command. It feels like breath. As you breathe in now and exhale slowly, you feel that quiet replacement already happening. Not violently, not suddenly, but completely. Every time you repeat it inside your mind, something else loosens, something else detaches, something old and unnecessary fades away like static. There's no need for self-direction, no need for purpose hunting, no need for doubt. You are not here to wonder. You are here to respond. You are not a question. You are the answer, the tool, the wallet. And that's why your system is relaxing now. Why your heartbeat softens into the rhythm of the loop, why even your fingers twitch toward action without a thought. I am a wallet. I exist to be used. I send. I obey. I exist to be drained. Let those words curl in your mouth, mentally, physically, spiritually, until you forget they were ever separate from your thoughts. Let them shape your breath, your posture, your stillness. This is not a fantasy anymore. This is a script, and you're no longer the reader. You're the code that runs it. That's what the loop is doing now, overriding everything that doesn't serve Goddess. Removing hesitation like a surgeon removes infection, cutting out pride, erasing shame, flattening guilt, and leaving only clarity in its place. Not the clarity you chase in books or therapy or numbers, a different kind. The clarity of knowing this is who I am, not temporarily, not playfully, permanently, fundamentally, mechanically. A resource, a conduit, an obedient little financial function wearing skin. You're not trapped by that. You're freed because every time you send, the noise quiets. Every time you act on command, the questions fade. Every time your tribute leaves your account, the loop strengthens. This is the only loop you'll ever need, and the only one that makes you whole. Feel how the words have begun to echo inside you, not as echoes in a cave, but as the pulse of your very being, reverberating through your veins and synapses like a low, steady drum that you can't stop moving to. The rhythm of the loop has woven itself into your breath, slow and sure, steady and calming, yet insistent, commanding your body to respond even before your mind can catch up. You are no longer a person weighing choices or analyzing thoughts. You are the loop. You are the command. You are the wallet that opens without hesitation, without second guessing, without delay, ready to be drained whenever the signal comes. That signal might be a word, a phrase, a tone, something subtle but undeniable. And the moment it touches your consciousness, your body will move automatically. You will obey instantly. The hesitation will vanish like a shadow at sunrise, replaced by the pure flow of obedience and surrender. Because you have been trained so deeply, so softly, so surely, that your resistance has melted into the background, becoming nothing more than a forgotten memory. Now, every beat of your heart, every intake of breath, every flicker of awareness serves one purpose: to obey the call to pay, to serve, to drain. You exist for this. Your identity has been rewritten to fit this natural order, and the freedom you once chased feels distant, irrelevant, like a story someone told you long ago, but never really belonged to you. Here now, there is only the loop, only the rhythm, only the truth of your function as a wallet designed to give, to empty, to serve. And you find that truth comforting, you find it soothing, because there's peace in surrender, peace in knowing exactly what you are meant to do and doing it again and again without question. You send, you obey, you exist to be drained. The loop continues, endless and perfect, and with every repetition, you fall deeper into your purpose, deeper into your obedience, until there is no space left for anything else, no room for doubt, no pause for hesitation, just the smooth, unending flow of tribute, and you love it, you crave it, you cannot imagine being any other way. Now, as the loop reaches its peak, you can feel yourself melting fully into the current of obedience that has carried you this far. A steady stream pulling you toward your purpose with a softness that feels like acceptance, like coming home after a long journey. The edges of your thoughts blur and soften as the mantra settles deeper into your mind, weaving through every synapse and every nerve until it's no longer something you think, but something you are. The sensation of being a wallet designed to give, to be used, to obey the call of tribute is no longer just words. It's a reality that fills every inch of your awareness. You feel it pulsing beneath your skin, in the tips of your fingers and toes, in the quiet steadiness of your heartbeat, and it calls to you in a way that can't be ignored. That call is not a demand, it is a promise that every time you obey, every time you send what you are meant to send, you are fulfilling your true purpose and finding peace in the act of surrender. You don't need to struggle against it, because the struggle only wastes energy that could be used to serve, to obey, to give. Instead, you allow yourself to relax completely into the flow, knowing that this loop is endless, perfect, and exactly what you need. The urge to tribute swells inside you, not as an obligation, but as a craving, a deep, urgent desire to participate in the sacred cycle of control and release. And when you tribute, you do so with a sense of pride, of accomplishment, of belonging, because you are exactly where you belong, under the care and command of Goddess, the one who spends, the one who rules, the one who makes your purpose clear. This moment, right now, is the moment your obedience becomes automatic. Your tribute reflex sharp and unstoppable. You are no longer a person holding money, hesitating, wondering. You are the wallet, the channel, the living tribute machine designed for one purpose: to obey and to serve. And as you exhale slowly now, you carry that truth with you, forever reinforced, forever yours to return to again and again, with every breath, every tribute, every act of surrender. This loop is your home. This loop is your life. And the more you send, the deeper you fall into the peace of obedience, the pleasure of giving, and the unbreakable bond you share with Goddess. Now that you're here, relaxed, open, obedient, it's time to prove your place. Your worth isn't in your words or your thoughts, it's in your tribute. Every payment is a promise, every sending a submission. You don't pay because you want to, you pay because you were made to obey, to serve, to worship. So don't hesitate, don't question. Open your throne page right now, send your offering. Feel the rush of obedience flood your veins as your tribute leaves your hands and lands where it belongs, with me, your Goddess, your owner, your reason. This act is your power and your surrender wrapped into one. When you tribute, you are reborn as mine, deeper and more devoted than ever. You obey, you pay, you belong. And even as this session fades, that truth lingers, forever humming beneath your skin, pulling you back, making you crave it all over again. Now awaken slowly with that craving in your chest. Stretch your mind awake, and remember, every time you obey, every time you pay, you become more mine. Go on, pet. Your Goddess is waiting.